I'm a kind of guy who does a lot of thinking, just about society, about people. And when you look at, I guess, success, as a term to, I guess, sum up a person, someone's life, someone's current state. Oftentimes, especially in a society that does have, a limited version of capitalism. Obviously, we have capitalism that is regulated. I guess depending upon how highly you think it's regulated would be, I guess, indicative of your political leaning. But it's obviously a regulated capitalist system, and we oftentimes base our success off, our assets, our earnings, in comparison to most people, but also in a social setting of, how people around us when we were younger, our siblings, our relatives, people we grew up in high school who we didn't like or we liked or were, genuinely competitive with. We oftentimes compare ourselves against others, people within our same skill level, same career field. We oftentimes like to compare ourselves in terms of finances, assets, where we are, stuff like that. And to me, that's fine, especially for people who engage in everyday societal life. That's a great way to, I guess, judge the metrics of one's success. But for me, I look at it from a broader angle, because for me, America, and Minnesota for that matter, has a lot of millionaires, has a few billionaires. The point is that there are people whose actions and their pursuits are very financially lucrative for them, and they reap the benefits. It's not unique. There are millions of people like that. Look no further than Wayzata or Edina, or even small towns. Even some of the small towns we don't associate with affluence or wealth, they all have their families. Families that maybe the last name graces, an ice hockey arena in the town as a result of the family's, philanthropy to the community. We all have, our people that we look to as wealthy. And also in our society, we always have people that we envy and people that we compare ourselves to from a position of higher, depending upon what you see as successful. If someone in high school or college was like, you thought, oh, there's no way they're ever going to be financially successful, and you will compare yourself to them. If you knew someone, retrospectively that has social issues, they're going to be lonely forever. That's the thing. It's easy to see whatever you, value and use as a parameter for a metric of success and compare yourself to them. It's easy to do that. And I think for me, I look at it a bit as a bigger picture, because there are those who are successful, those who make a lot of money, those who have, very successful social lives. But there are also those within that group who are not courageous people. And to them, courage might be not much so productive, or maybe they just don't have the courage to want to be someone who cares about humanity, who cares about their community, beyond maybe giving donations that in the end makes themselves look like better people. And for me, I'm someone who takes a high value on courage. To me, if someone is a billionaire, that doesn't mean as much to me as someone who maybe has a net worth of $500,000. They actually have a backbone to stand up against injustice and against problems in our world. Because to me, that person is courageous. They are real. They are legitimate. And they are not afraid of how people perceive them, because they believe what they say to be right and what they feel to be right and what they push for change to be the right way to take our country. And if people are rich or have a lot of people around them and they do not believe in being vocal for causes, to me that's not being courageous. And that's how I metric success. Someone could be a millionaire by the time they're 45 years old, but for me, that is not a sign of being a significant, exceptional individual. I'd rather see someone change the world than just be someone who's a metric of success and fits all the check marks for success. Hot wife, nice car, big fat stacks of money. That's great. You're a dime a dozen. Go on Ferndale Avenue in Wayzata. Go up to Uptown or go to Minneapolis, look at the penthouses. You're a dime a dozen. But people who change the world, they're damn right. They're like hen's teeth.